going on, family? You're tuning in to Real Ass Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. I know. Don't be surprised. You do not hear James John's voice, but James is actually out kicking it with his mama tonight. Yeah, he up in Tallahassee on the farm, kicking it with his mama, and then our official sponsor Jeff Kaufman from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn is on vacation on the cruise ship doing some real stuff on the cruise. So I'm joining the virtual studio with my comedy brothers. I'm gonna start out with one of the dudes who's our eighth string radio host sitting in with us, aka Mr. Teddy Vermont. Chris Alexander, how you doing, my friend?
Doing good, doing good. How y'all guys doing?
Oh, we lost you,
All
Ken,
day.
for just a second. Ken didn't like that response, Chris, so
I
he
know.
stepped out, man. He
Going back
said
to
more
old
energy. He
Chris.
said more energy from Teddy Vermont. How are you supposed to be a WWE superstar one day? And this is your energy.
One day long and gone, my knee shot. So
Bruh, for real talk. I'm telling you, man, it's so y'all, if y'all watch the YouTubes, if I touch my mic string, it shuts all the power off in the house. I don't even know how that works. I don't know how that works. I touch
It's
the
not
mic
even on
and
the grid. It's
it's
on a
like,
battery.
I'm like, how did that even cut off? What is going on? Man, that other voice you hear, man, the man who helped start this thing, my big dog, man, himself, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. Miguel, what's going on, brother?
Nothing, man. Nothing. I was this weekend I was doing the Florida Man games over in St. Augustine, Florida. This was the second year of the Florida Man games. And
nice.
it was basically a celebration of all the ratchet Florida news stories that you've ever heard turned into like Olympic style games. And it was an all-day event. It lasted from, I mean, we got there early. We got there like 8:30 in the morning. The event started at 10 a.m. and they ended, I think, at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. It was all
Gee.
day. And it was amazing. You know how like whenever you go visit like white people stuff, it's like going on safari. You're like, oh, they really do this. Like snapping pictures and stuff. Bro, I got to see
Kind
like
of
so
sound
the
like
event.
Freaknik.
No, it was
Not
not like Freaknik because it was more just like games, like an Olympics of being a Florida like white trash vibe, and it was celebrated and it was dope. Some of the
mm,
games that they had, like one of the games was this was my favorite of all the games. It was the grocery store hurricane supply brawl, and they set up a fake grocery store with two lanes, and you had one of your teammates in the shopping cart and the other teammate was pushing the shopping cart, and you and another team collide into each other and joust with pugil sticks, and you try to knock the other team out. Then you race around and get to the grocery store aisle, and your teammate hops out, and y'all start like supermarket sweeping, loading up your cart with stuff. But in the tradition, or like in honor of it being the Florida Man games, if whatever they told you specifically were the rules, and anything else was legal. So if they didn't cover it, it was legal. Yeah, boys, I am talking
wow.
about. No, guys, I'm talking about on this grocery store brawl. I have videos that are amazing. During the brawl, one dude, he takes. I'm gonna show you guys on this video here. Like you need to watch this brawl, guys. He takes they taking the shopping carts. If you guys can see here on the phone, they're fighting. Look at them. They're watch them duke it out. They're loading up the teams. Watch the big dude kicks the
Damn.
corner. Yeah.
I'm
Now
sorry.
look, the other guy's racing. Now the big dude gets double teamed by these two guys, and they're literally brawling. Now watch this, guys. Watch as he belly to backs them. He gets them. Boom!
Wow.
It's all no
Dang.
pads, no nothing, no rules, and the crowd's just going wild as if Holyfield wanted to fight. Like it's a vibe. Then the last race of the whole day was amazing. It was the law enforcement run. So basically, you start out, you take off running, you jump some hurdles, you go through some tires, and then
I
they had
saw
what
that.
they had Diddy's house. It was a bed covered in lube, and you hop on the bed covered in lube, slide through it. Then you hop up and you have this alligator, and you have to throw the alligator. The alligator has to get through the Wendy's drive-through window, however you want to do it. One dude, the first dude, he didn't even throw it. He leaped through like a gazelle through the window. And then from there, you run to the bottom of a truck and steal its catalytic converter. And then the police, real law enforcement officers, chase you down. And they chase you down for real. Because you know what cops like to do when they get close to running up to you? They just shove you. And they were knocking dudes into walls. People were stumbling. But still, like a couple dudes got away. The dude from the Orlando team got away and high stepped it as he got away, too. It was
Yo,
incredible.
so you say it's year number 2. Who came up with the Florida Man games?
Pete Melfi. Pete Melfi, he runs podcasts out in St. Augustine. Real cool dude. He came up with the Florida Man games last year. They had 5,000 attendees. This year, I think they had close to 8,000 attendees.
Nice.
It was amazing. And shout out to Sean Madden, the comic, because Sean Madden and him and Pete Melfi got in contact because Sean Madden does this Florida Man character. And they got in contact with each other. And he told Pete, he was like, hey, you got to hit up Mike Busey and Miguel. And we got booked for it. And it was a blast, man. It was a blast. The craziest part about it was how violent it like escalated to at the end of the night because people drinking, they're tired. You'd watch dudes suplex each other, wrestle, get on their Brazilian jiu-jitsu, fighting over some deodorant in this grocery store challenge, and then the game would be over and they'd be hugging each other like that was incredible. I was like, man, I'd be on there like, hey, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Which brings me to my next question. How many of us was on this thing, bro?
There was a team, and there was a team of two of y'all. Two of y'all were on the team, and I really thought they would have done better on the grocery store looting. When I saw them, I was like, oh, they got experience here. I was like, they know. I was telling them, I was like, look, because I was coaching. I had our Florida team, and then I was talking to all the other teams, like trying to get them boosted. I had the Orlando. We picked the Orlando team from the crowd because there was no Orlando team. And me and Mike Busey coached the Orlando team. And our team was picked from random people from the crowd who didn't know each other, who didn't know they were going to compete because nobody knew the Orlando team was getting picked from the crowd. And boys, out of 12 teams, our team finished second place because Orlando knows the hood stuff. Orlando had no problem. The dude who did our police chase, I was like picking everybody. I was like, hey, man, you want to do the police chase? This is a Puerto Rican dude. He said, yeah. I said, he was wearing cowboy boots. I said, ball, you going to run from the police in cowboy boots? He said, I always run from the police in cowboy boots. I said, there he goes. There he goes. He knows. And then one of the girls that who was on the Duval team, who's a friend of me and Mike Busey's, she on the stealing the catalytic converter part, she couldn't find it, so it slowed her time. And afterwards, when I was interviewing, I was like, Holly, what happened? How come you couldn't find the catalytic converter? She goes, man, that catalytic converter where it's supposed to be. They had it near the engine harness. It's supposed to be in the back. I said, damn, that's a girl who knows how to steal a catalytic converter. She knew where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, because I don't even know where one is supposed to be.
I just know they're going to build me.
A Cadillac converter, if you put it on the table, says Ken. That's a Cadillac converter. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Did I just say Cadillac converter?
You said Cadillac converter. Everybody was saying Cadillac converter. And I was like, guys, you don't put this on your car and it becomes a DeVille. It's an emissions thing.
Sure, I can't tell you the difference between that and an alternator. So hey,
but there was a couple more Spanish folk than you would have thought. There was two black dudes on one team, and they didn't do. I didn't have because at one point I was talking to the team with the two black dudes, and I was like, "Hey, whatever y'all do, y'all should not be a part of the police chase because I don't want to see y'all get shot at these games, for no reason." He got a catalytic converter. Everybody does, yeah, but he was aggressive with his.
Hey man, that's great, man. So they got sponsors and all that.
No, this thing was a big deal. This thing was a huge deal. Yeah, I mean Ripley's Believe It or Not was there. They had a sideshow going on. They were sponsored by what's it called, Cure Leaf. They had a major sponsor. I mean, this was a big event at a fairgrounds.
What was the prize?
I think it was just the honor of winning the Florida Man games, but counties were there. Oh, I mean, the people were furious. Like Duval came through chanting Duval, all ready for fire. I think it was something like maybe $1,000, but split between 5 people. It was just, they called out these people and said, hey, is your county, because it was all different counties. And they were like, is your county the most Florida? And people were like, God damn it, hold my beer. Like, you're not going to do this.
Hey, now, Miguel, you've traveled all over the world, all the United States. Is there a state you feel can do a blank games that's something not even similar to Florida, even if it's like something not as redneck as Florida man games?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. One, Texas. Of course, Texas. Because Texas have so many things you think about and you like, oh, that's Texas. That's Texas. You know, like if you had a Texas man's game, it would be like roping a steer while you're drunk
Yeah.
driving a truck. You know, like, just circling around him like another steer got loose. I got it.
Right.
You know, it would be, I'd say
Michigan,
so.
maybe.
No,
I don't
no,
know
New
about
York.
the state of
I
Michigan as much as the
so,
city of Detroit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do New York, the Timberland Challenge.
But see,
Who
you're
can
talking
get their
about a
Timbs
city.
and clean?
The Florida and Texas, we're talking the whole
Oh,
state's got
state.
this vibe. Because New York, we're talking about New York City. Yeah, the New York City games. Yeah, the Timberland Challenge, the smoking in Newport outside of a subway, talking about the Knicks the loudest. Like there's tons of stuff. But I feel like Texas and Florida, off the top of my head, are the only two states that I could think of that the whole state has a rep, not like a city from the state.
Yeah.
Because you hear some news stories and you like, that's if it's like a man lost his hand fighting a bull shark while smoking meth in a river, you like, man,
Man, Florida,
Florida,
wow.
Florida.
Florida wildin'. Or if it's like,
Florida, wow.
yeah, a dude survived a tornado and landed on a cow and rode it home. You like Texas crazy, you know? But I don't know a lot of
Yeah.
states in the top of my head that you like, oh, that's that state, the whole state.
It's
Jersey.
dope that they incorporated certain, like throwing a gator through the Wendy's window. It's just because the Diddy oil ain't us.
Yeah.
No, like he was
But
that was the
throwing
Hamptons.
going a gator through a window,
Yeah.
that's some Florida-ish right there, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
100% some Florida-ish like that.
Yeah.
So I like the way I like that they put that in there. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a good time. It was just, I tell you what was really cool. There was tons of news agencies from around the world had sent stringers out there to film it. We brought a news crew from Tommy G, the YouTube channel. We brought his crew out there to go out. And it's funny because Tommy G's channel is notorious for like he'll go to like O Block and talk to these guys. He does all this hood stuff. And then we took him to the Florida Man games, and his crew was like, "This is the most relaxing, fun time we've had." I was like, yeah, it's nicer than be about to get shot up by the ops. You just watching people throw alligators through windows,
That is great. That's great, man.
Funny.
So where was it held at?
It's called Elkton, Florida, and it's right outside St. Augustine. And so next time we told him you got to throw it Central Florida so everybody can meet up.
Yeah. Dang. So it was up by Bike Week.
Yeah, it was just passed, and it still had a huge turnout. And that was the first day of Bike Week. And here's the real funny part. I was talking to the police over there. They were talking about how the Duval County Sheriff's Office sent them a bunch of names of people who had warrants that they were pretty sure were going to be at the Florida Man games because they were watching people's social medias who had warrants. And people were like, hey, about to head to the Florida Man games. They were like, hey, he's going to be at the Florida Man games. So the Sheriff's Office, they was like, oh, yeah, we served like 3 warrants this morning. I was like, that's Florida Man games.
That's Florida, bro.
Yeah.
That Florida's so Florida that you are wanted for a crime and you put on social media where you gonna be.
Yeah, yo. They checked in.
Hey, Florida's so Florida that the sheriff's department follows you
on
social media.
Hey, you know what they told me? Hey, guys, here's a little tip real quick before we go to commercial. Sheriff's department told me they have a couple social media pages that are just hot girls that they use to follow people. So they got these hot girls with all these followers. And then dudes are like, hey, yeah, girl. And then they said they literally be like, ooh, you going to be at the Florida Man games? I'm going to be there. And like, yeah, I'm going to be there. Send me a picture when you're here. Come meet me up. All right.
Got him. What up, man? Glad you had a good time. But we got to run. We got to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Back, Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, do us a favor. Go out there and follow us on social media, man. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, all of them. And make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube page. I almost got all of our videos up, man. And we appreciate the love, bro. But this is the story I had to talk to y'all about. Now, Chris knows this, man. Lately, Miguel, I've been laughing at everything. Everything makes me laugh. I don't know what it is lately on social media. I laugh at everything. And I saw something on social media today. It tickled the hell out of me, bro. There's 5 people I know that's straight killers. That you know them as straight killers, bro. And one of them is right here from Central Florida. Casey Anthony posted this video.
Oh
And
yeah.
she starts the video off saying, hey, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm Casey Anthony. Bitch, everybody know you.
And then she's like, "I'm Kaylee's mom." I'm like, "Not
Kaylee,
no more."
Or
Like what? Hey,
she
bro,
gone. Like what?
I was just like, if it's some killers out there, we know Casey Anthony's number one. George Zimmerman, OJ, Scott Peterson, and everybody know John Wilkes Booth. We know you.
Yeah.
We know, bro. The fact that she introduced herself is killing me, bro. I laughed at that all morning. Miguel, I put that video on loop. And she was just in her car, like, for y'all who don't know me, I'm Casey Anthony. We know you, killer. I don't know why that video had me dying today, bro. Cause like who out there you like they're a killer and you know if you know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And
you
then
know.
the best part though is too, she's like, like in the video, she kind of mentions like a lot of things about my past. I guess we're gonna have to bring them up.
Right.
Yeah, that's all you were known for.
Yeah, we don't
It's
know you
not,
for
yeah,
nothing else.
even OJ got a history before the killing of Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yo,
All right.
did you rush for 2,000 yards? Though?
Yeah. Were you in a Hertz ad and
Right.
2 Naked Gun movies?
Yeah, come on, man.
All right. So quick
Even-
story.
yeah.
Quick story. There's a movie based off a true story about Florida called Bully. It's these 2 people from Palm Bay that went up to Fort Lauderdale, killed somebody, and hid back in Palm Bay. In the movie, on the DVD, and one of the extra features, there's their picture,
Real name? Yeah.
the names, and like they're
Who it
Well,
was
you know,
based
you go-
off of,
no, that when you go look online, you got the
like
information.
IMDb.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So the actual killers. So
Yeah.
what happened was they had their link to the prison records and so forth, and the lady that drove the getaway driver, I messed that up. The person who drove the getaway car was actually living right next door to me in the apartments like 10 years ago.
You know some killers, bro.
Yeah,
You
just
you
everywhere.
can't
Yeah, bro.
jump on here. You can't jump on here and be like, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Ray Lewis. And
Yeah.
I just like, we know you, bro.
Were you the
What's
guy
up,
that hid in
y'all?
the trunk?
Yeah. Name's Osama bin Laden. You can call me Benny. 3 things about me: love long walks in the park. Big fan of jihads. Hate the World Trade Center like twice.
Yeah. Not a big
you
fan
know?
of tall buildings. Not a big
Mm-mm.
fan of tall buildings,
They
yo.
blocked
Hey,
me.
Chris. Hey, man, y'all might know me as Ray Caruth.
Yeah.
I like cars with big trunk spaces.
Yeah, shout out to that
got a big
Corolla.
trunk.
That was
Yeah,
a good.
yeah.
That was a good roomy spot.
Yeah. I don't do. I have laughed at this video all day, bro. Because it was just her explaining who she was. Like the world didn't like the
Mhm.
world knows you.
Hey y'all, I'm media influencer Casey Anthony. You might know me from my TikToks about health, from my YouTube comedy series for the baby I murdered, for a couple of things. You know,
Damn.
Yeah. So I watched it, but I was like, what was she promoting?
I no brand I know of. Hey, because
Nah.
you real talk. I bet you like Toyota.
She's
would
opening
be
a
like,
daycare
"Please,
center or something.
yeah, please don't let there be any insignia on these car seats." Everybody was freaking out. They're like, "Don't drink a cup from my restaurant." Don't be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Casey Anthony doesn't want to talk about checkers." No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh,
Even the Waffle House was like, don't put us in this.
Mm-mm. Hey, Waffle House
good.
waitress will whoop Casey Anthony's ass. She comes in there.
probably
Waffle
got
House
a new
waitress.
McDonald's meal or something.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm gonna
Yo.
need the new Casey Anthony meal.
Yeah.
Just duct tape
It's
in a bag.
kid's meal.
Yeah.
But no toy.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I was just curious, man. I didn't know if you guys saw it too, because I was like, I just didn't know. I couldn't get past the I'm Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Like y'all,
Yeah.
y'all don't know who I am, yo.
Allow
If
me
you
to
don't know who I am,
reintroduce myself.
it's
My name's
myself.
Casey. Mhm.
Hey man, my other one too, I stumbled on because today was my day at work where I was stuck on calls. And usually when I'm stuck on like long calls, Miguel, I just scroll Facebook.
Yeah.
And I realized this when it comes to my community, man. We think everybody the feds. I don't care what you do in the black
Mhm.
community. If you do something that is police worthy, you are the Fed. So apparently 50 Cent, who's worth $150 million, has armed security. And 50 dudes in the comments is like, because 50 the feds. No, he worth $150 million. Who he supposed to walk around here with?
Yeah.
Right.
For real. What is he supposed to do? I'm 50. I'll take a boxing class in case you run up on me. No.
I was like, what?
No,
Like
he
people
got
were really like, yeah, 50 the Fed, yo, he's snitching. No, he worth $150 million. What do you want Jay-Z to walk around with? Just him and
Yeah.
Memphis Bleak? Like, what do you
Yeah. I
want?
got you. You know,
see 50 bought a freaking his own police department. Good God.
I wouldn't even stop there. I'd have an EMT and a fireman with me everywhere.
Everywhere,
Exactly.
bro.
Just be walking and I'm like, they shooting or they burning it or is my cholesterol acting up? We covered. This would be my 5-man squad. I'd have 2 shooters, right? My 2 guys, my like Mossad guys. No, this is how I do. I'd have it's a 6-man squad. I'm adding. I got my two little dudes who are like tactical experts. Those
Mhm.
guys are gonna light you up. Then I got my big John Coffey Green Mile brother. Like, don't even start it because you're not gonna get through him before my shooters get you. Then I'm gonna have my fire marshal, right? Like a disgraced fire marshal. He knows the job. He just loved a Peter,
Yeah.
blew his nose up. Had to let him go. Gary, Indiana fire chief. Good dude. Had a problem with the blow cane, right? But he's there for any fire related stuff, right? Then I got my EMT with me, and he's there in case things go bad or I mix my medication up. He's like, "Oh, that metformin got you pooping again." I got you, player. I got you covered. And then I got Jeff Kaufman in the Tigger suit,
Yeah.
ready to everything. He's ready to defend. And why do I have him in the Tigger suit? Because nobody's going to target the dude in the Tigger suit first. They're like, I don't think he's even with them. Like, so I don't have to worry about my lawyer
Guess
getting
again.
shot first. But guess again, he come bouncing on that tail. He's like, he doesn't have to say anything to you. Article 16.5 of the Constitution allows him to
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, John Coffey, get me out of here. He just picks me up and takes off running.
Hey, and
Yeah.
then the people out to kill you, like, yo, you got to kill that Tigger suit dude first.
Yeah.
In order to get to Miguel, you got to pop Tigger. And then the shooter, like, bro, I can't kill Tigger.
Yeah, man. Hey, the whole
Can't
thing
kill
is too,
Tigger.
it's like a video game. You're like, yo, first I gotta wear down all these other bosses before I get to them. You gotta do it in the right order. You're like, oh, I killed John Coffey, but then I used all my health potions. And now Tigger's hit me with 3 motions to suppresses, and then the Mussad's just blasting me, and the fire marshal, he just hosing me. My
That's
whole
funny,
squad. If
bro.
I was gonna add a 7th person there, it would be a dude to just show me a mirror every time I was about to eat something. And he's like,
Hey,
"Cool, you
dog.
just want to say fat?" It's like that public scale. Y'all ever weigh yourself into Publix and it changed what you were gonna buy in
Yeah.
there?
The big one.
You
I
get in
don't. Hey,
Publix, you get on the scale.
I get on the scale with my groceries in my hand so I can lie. But these groceries 65 pounds, bro.
I get on it sometimes. I'm like, "Cool, man." Get on the scale, and I'm like, "All right, looks like I'm eating an apple this week."
My Publix don't even have the scale no more. So it's been
Really, my Publix got a
Yeah.
triple beam. I'm like,
Yeah, Chris, because your Publix is to save a lot. Stop lying.
yeah.
You know damn
Okay,
well
fair
you
enough.
can afford Publix.
Fair-
Stop.
Dollar
I
General
Miguel,
doesn't even got a scale. Dollar General just got a mirror.
hey Miguel, I got mine. Okay, I got 2
Yeah.
shooters.
2
I'm with
shooters.
you.
They shoot.
I gotta have 2 shooters. Now understand this. Me and Miguel, we work for Billy. This is what we will work for Billy. All right. I got 2 shooters. I got a tech guy. Because
Ooh,
I gotta
smart.
have somebody to put my porno in incognito mode for me.
Incognito mode.
Yo,
Damn.
Yo, Sean heard him talk about porno and she cut the sound on this for him.
She
was
yanked
like,
out the
"Look,"
wall.
She said, I got a tech guy. She said, "No, you
No, you
don't.
don't.
Your volume done." He's like, "Hey boys, I gotta go."
I stay eating. I got a doctor, but I got a specific doctor. I got House from Dr. House. I got
Ooh, with
the
the cane?
actual house. Yeah, I got him because he fixed everything. He
knows
fixed
everything, too.
Oh, everything. And my last person, because it's my dog and I love him, and he know who he is. Chris Alexander. Only so I can make fun of him because my self-esteem low.
Oh yeah,
I got to
Like, if
bully
I'm
somebody. I'm a billionaire.
oh yeah. If I'm designing my entourage for like emotional support, yeah, man, I'm gonna have a dude who just my jester. I'm like, come on in here, just tell me about your regular ass day. Well, I was so just I was working at the plant, ill, and then I went home to my 3 kids and my wife, gross.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
my wife, she's still got got the alopecia. She bald. Oh, go.
Yo,
Oof.
hey, Tigger, kick his ass out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, you've just been served.
Hey,
Like, get
Chris,
out of here.
We got 2.5 minutes. You got 6 people, man. Who on your team?
I don't even think I need 6. I got one dude, and he's just crazy enough to do everything. And it's my boy Terrence from the Navy, but he just crazy. So it's like you tell him, hey, we're gonna go rob a bank, and he will just rob 3 banks by himself before we
Just
Bank of America.
I did it to make sure we were cool doing it.
We gotta practice first.
He got blood on
Yeah.
his shirt. He's like, we're gonna have to use class 3 vests because the bullets went through. But I got it.
I tell him we're gonna we're playing Grand Theft Auto. Like we're gonna rob a bank in Grand Theft Auto. He's doing it for real, like burning up everybody. Like no, in the game.
If I had enough people too, I'd have 4 crackheads in a car, and anytime something happened, I would just throw change. Protect me. Like,
that's like Assassin's Creed. You just
hey, every year I would change my detail to whoever won the Florida Man games.
Yeah.
oh gosh.
Hey, I would have Casey Anthony in my detail. I'd have Casey Anthony because no matter how bad they wanted to kill me, their attention would be on her.
Yeah. Dog, that's a crazy 5-man kill squad. Casey Anthony, George Zimmerman, OJ, Scott Peterson, and John Wilkes Booth. I don't even know how I came up with John Wilkes, because as a comedian, one of your answers is gonna be so outlandish.
Yeah.
So I was telling this people this at work, and I was like, yo, man, and they was like, do you even know what John Wilkes Booth looked like? I said, yes. Yo, B. Yeah, if we walked in here right now, I'm like, yo, that's John Wilkes Booth.
That's John Wilkes Booth. Hey, because John Wilkes Booth, everybody protects you, but when they get close enough, John Wilkes Booth gets you with the headshot. Dodge this.
Like the Matrix? Oh.
Hey, my final shooter be the dude who shot 50 Cent and Mini Man, yo.
Yeah, yo, B. Here we go, right there. Calm down, 50. Calm down, yo.
Yo, pull off, son. Pull off, yo.
Son, pull off.
I got one. Who's the guy in I can't even think of that movie, but he pulled the dude out the car, started whooping his butt for real to the point I think it was
Oh, you talking about Cameron?
Yeah.
You talking about Cameron?
Yeah,
Cameron's not one of my
baby.
Hey, Rico, Cameron. The problem with that is, man,
son.
if Cameron's in your entourage, 20 minutes later, you're in his entourage.
Yeah, that's pretty
I'm
much
like,
how that
yeah,
works,
why am I
man.
carrying your stuff?
Yo, with that being said, man, we got to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Cameron's Real Radio 104.1. We are back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, make sure you go check out our official sponsor, Mr. Kaufman and Lynn, at the Law Offices of Kaufman and Lynn. We can also check him out on the Under Oath podcast. You ever get into a car accident, call our boy Kaufman and Lynn. He going to get you paid. I know this because I know people who have gotten paid. But yeah, we still got that sponsor.
Yo, bro, we still got it. GanjaGarden.co, baby. It ain't going nowhere. For all your medical and recreational and whatever, I don't know the law, just buy some weed, y'all. Go to GanjaGarden.co and whatever you can get it. Get it now. I don't even think the cops care. I think if you call the DEA right now and you said I got 100 pounds of weed, man, I ain't got somebody got a nickel bag of fentanyl about to kill a whole museum, I don't care. You got 100 pounds of weed? That's cool. Have a good nap.
How crazy is that? That I know we joking, but a nickel bag of fentanyl can kill a whole museum, bro.
Yeah,
like a whole
museum, man.
Somebody went and said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna create something that's gonna be the last drug you ever take." Like
Yeah,
who?
I think it was created by Dare. Dare was like, we gotta get these kids scared because right now they're looking at Robert Downey Jr. and they're like, see, it works out.
I can be
So
Iron
like,
Man.
yeah, he Iron Man now. He doesn't crack, and now he Iron Man.
Man.
Why you gonna tell me
Yeah.
not to do drugs young? This is the time. So the Dare line, he got together with them boys in the lab, and they were like, listen, man, we got fentanyl. It's made out of iocane powder from the Princess Bride, odorless, tasteless, and then, and they said, cool, man. We gonna and then I don't believe I like how they're I know that like they're like, yo, a lot of cocaine is like, spiked with fentanyl, and I guess that's true. This happens a lot. I know people are laughing, listening. There's some guy doing blow right now, and he's like, what is he talking? But but I'm telling you, man,
What the hell?
I would tell you this, man. When we were growing up, there was like a chance you could use the drug and die because your heart would stop because you couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And we were still trying stuff every now and then. But I can't understand how anyone's doing drugs when they're like, oh, it could have fentanyl in it. And if you and an elephant were doing this blow, both of y'all would be dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I think the Dare line.
And to be real with you, and this is not us promoting drugs.
No.
The drug dealers back in the day wanted you to come back.
Yeah.
It ain't no good to kill you.
Fair enough, though. If
Messing
a
with
fiend
my-
did
my-
die
my
off of your
skills.
dope, it was because you had fire dope. So
Yeah.
they would be like, hey, that's the problem with fiends. Fiends are like, you heard 6 people died yesterday off that heroin? Weak asses. Let me go over there and get these veins right. that rose tattoo on their arm to cover up all the damage. But
Bruh.
sidetrack, you don't have to worry about that when you're buying legal weed from ganjagarden.co. I'm going to love when our sponsor calls us up like, hey, Miguel, did a segment about our weed kind of stumble off into fentanyl killing people? And yes, it did. Why? Because legal weed doesn't kill people. Only illegal fentanyl, pills, cocaine, heroin, crack, McDonald's, sodas, coffee, everything
Casey
else.
Anthony.
Casey Anthony, but not weed. Not weed. You know what they call overdosing on weed? A good nap.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it, baby. That's it. So if
Wake
you're a
up, huh?
responsible adult and you want some legal marijuana, go to ganjagarden.co. Why? Because here's the thing. I'm not some hippie lawyer or hippie liar trying to tell you that weed is this cure-all. No, man. But if you indulge in marijuana and you're a responsible adult, I think now we have realized that indulging in some recreational marijuana is incredibly less dangerous than some of the other vices that we were allowed to do, like cigarettes and drinking. So if you want to be responsible and indulge in high quality recreational marijuana, hit up the ganjagarden.co. You will get high quality product, legal. You can talk to them and you can get consulting. And if there's some medical needs that you need done with it, talk to their medical consultants. But that's the ganjagarden.co. And remember, Dare has finally dropped weed from their list of dangerous drugs.
Why? I did
So-
not know that.
Yeah, even the Lions like, hey, the Lions token up. He's like, no more weed? Oh, thank God. Hey, Smokey the Bear, come on, let's spark one. Spark one. And McGruff is sitting there like, you bastards doing drugs. And then McGruff's pounding whiskey and punching his wife. He's a cop.
Yo, it's crazy, man, because I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've had weed. But
Yeah.
I will say this, when I've had weed, I've either went to sleep or I'm giggly. I
Yeah.
don't know any violent weed smokers.
Like here's the thing.
Not none.
This is why weed is not a drug. Because everybody knows that when they run into somebody with weed, they always offer you some of their weed.
Always.
But nobody does that with heroin. Nobody's like, hey, man, I got all this extra. Take some of this heroin. Hey, here's some. I'm about to smoke this rock that I just S'd a D for. But I just gave an HJ behind the Home Depot for this. But here, man, take half, bro. You're cool. That don't happen with drugs, man.
But that's another one, bro. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Who was the first one that didn't have money for drugs and was like, man, I'm gonna have to suck this, yo?
Who was the first drug dealer who was like, who was the first drug dealer that was like, hey, man, I tell you what, sir, you're short a little change. Because I understand the dude who was like, "Hey, this girl, even though she living in a trash can, look horrible. She want to S my D." Well, mouth's mouth. But then when the dude was like, "Hey, buddy, what's up, man? My name's Trevor. Can I S your D for some rock?" Well, Trevor, that's a noble request. Sure, bud. That's why weed dealers That's why weed dealers ain't even like that. Weed dealers are like, "What's up, man? Hey, man, I don't got any money for bud right now. I can pay you tomorrow." Sure.
Yeah,
You're a
right. Yeah, I
responsible
got
adult.
you.
That's how you
Yeah, I
know
got
weed isn't a drug, because the drug dealers are so quick to be like, "Sure, man, just get me on Friday."
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
You can't tell a crack. If a
Oh,
crackhead says, "I'll get you tomorrow," you're like, "You ain't gonna be alive."
yeah.
Like,
You got to go find the crackhead to get your
mm-hmm.
money. The weed dude come. The only weed killer dude that was a killer was Big Worm.
That's it, man. I could never understand it. It was $200, Smokey. You gonna murder? You gonna murder a man? And then here's the best part: Smokey got a chain on the whole movie. I'm like, you can't get 40 for the chain. You
Yeah.
know, get a
You
little
can't run
bit.
to the pawn shop and just do a quick
Yeah,
loan.
yeah.
It's a
Craig,
lot
y'all
of
about to
holes
get.
in that. It's a lot of
Yeah.
holes in that movie because
Smokey
Craig
had
just
a
got
car.
paid.
He had
Mhm.
He had
a
a car.
car. You telling me you can't get $200 for a car?
Yeah, yeah. Craig just got his check.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
He got paid. Where the money at?
yeah. Craig, where the money? $200 or my right now. If you tell me, Miguel, you gotta come up with $200 or I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna be like, all right, real quick. Anyone need the DS? Okay, I'm asking. I'm asking. 'Cause I got no money,
Hey,
but I
hey,
hear this is
hey,
currency.
hey,
Let's
you do, you do it and
let's
get
work
done.
this out.
The dude like, I would have just loaned it to you, but I get.
I'm a man of principle. I'm a man of principle, Worm. Now put it in the mouth, right? No, Worm. Worm.
I,
I need these
I
streets to
just let you
know.
borrow it, bro.
No,
Nah,
Worm.
son.
You let me borrow it today, and what happens tomorrow? I learn nothing. Put it in my throat right now. I'm responsible. Dad, shush. Dad, let me talk to him. Uh, my
This dude
dad's
got
here.
me sweat.
Remember
Do it
those
in
old
front of my dad so that I
Uh,
learn my lesson right now. I'm gonna get
uh.
on my knees like a circus seal, just like
wow.
Oh, Chris, do
Like
you smoke?
used to.
Why you stop?
Okay, so the long story short, one time I got so freaking high, I was thinking what I was talking and talking when I was thinking.
Oh, so you said some bad stuff to your lady?
Yep. I'm staring at my wife from like maybe 30, 45 seconds. And then I was like, why is this BA responding? Just out of nowhere.
hell yeah. The monologue flip.
I was done after that. I was done. I was like, I'm just staring at her. Like I'm talking to her, but in my head, I'm thinking out loud, why is
She
this
don't even know
ain't
I beat off the
answering me?
Chitara from Thundercats and
Yeah,
Panthro. What's up, kids? What's everybody looking at?
You
bro.
just see her reach for her shoe. Just
Dog, y'all know my
bow.
story when I was half naked in the
Oh
doorway
yeah.
of my house and I had to
Mhm.
pee everywhere. But I mean, I think it was maybe 2 years ago. I had popped a gummy, and I don't know if I got it from you, Miguel. It's either you or Adam Murray. I can't remember who it was. But I also got drunk that night, and I don't think those two go together.
No.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't. Weed and liquor don't go together for me.
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. Like liquor is a roller coaster. Weed's just either bringing you down or bringing you up. You know, some beer. I tell you, some beer and weed go together, but only if you just really want to do nothing and have a good time. You know,
I
like
see
if you're
that.
working on your car, you drink a couple beers, and then once you get done almost completing with your car, then you smoke. But if you do the other order and you're not really good with cars, you about to be like, hey man, I got that water pump off, and they're like, cool. But did you change the wiper blades? Player.
Hey, old girl come up like, hey, why the catalytic converter in the back?
Yeah. Got done tinting those windows.
Bro,
Cool. And some of my brakes. Oh, I'm gonna have to charge you
that's
for the window
hey,
tint too. A big worm gonna get me.
dude, I didn't think about that. That's another one, bro. People who drink and fix cars. Like, if I'm
Yeah.
drinking, I can't. I will say this, Chris, we know this. I can drink and barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't think I can drink and
Yeah.
do nothing else. I don't think I could drink and do. I don't think I could drink and fix heavy machinery.
He'll take a Crown bottle, add the spray bottle top on top of. He's spritzing the ribs with the Crown.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if I could do heavy machinery, bro. Like,
No.
yeah, nah. I can drink, and them ribs gonna be fantastic. But if I drink and my wife tell me do something around the house, it's probably gonna be messed up. It's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna put the clothes in the washing machine and put Clorox on them.
Hey, the clothes in the oven
Damn.
still. I got my. Hey, damn girl, you know you got to set that shirt to broil. Silk.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro, I can't. Yeah, because if I'm drinking, I can't. I don't think I can do. But I can barbecue. We've been drinking and I've been barbecuing. But man, if I'm drinking, I ain't doing. I can't do nothing else. I don't
For
know
me
how people
too,
do
I
it.
can't do anything that I'm watching a YouTube video to learn. Like if it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this YouTube video so I can learn how to do this thing. If I'm not drinking or I'm not smoking, I'm still gonna have to watch this video like 3 times, pause and stop. But if I'm drinking and smoking, I might get, you know, like the whole battery housing unhooked and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I'll just stop. And then tomorrow I'll go to start my car. Why ain't got no Why ain't got no power?
I'm a car.
Yeah.
Hey, you come outside, the hood still up.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, somebody tried to steal my car.
Yeah.
Why is the hood up?
And I just completely forget. Like you just go watch the video, then you forget you're watching the video, and you go on to the next video, then the next
Yeah,
video.
I'm down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you watching the dude that rap like Cameron.
Yeah.
And your car still broke down.
My girl, like, you fixed the car? Oh, damn. No,
I knew I forgot
I've been watching
something.
a wormhole video about Karate Kid. But it's raining now, so.
Hey, man, we got to get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. All brand new shows this week, and we got a brand new show for you tomorrow. First of all, shout out to James John. James John is up in Tallahassee chilling with Mama Yan, man. And hopefully Jeff Kaufman is out there enjoying his cruise. Miguel, what you got going on this weekend, brother?
This weekend, I will be out with James. Actually, this Sunday, I'm out with James Young. We're doing a show for Spunky Robinson. We're going out, and it is the comedy dinner cruise aboard the Barbara Lee, and that is in Sanford, Florida. You can go to rivershiptix.com or call 321-441-3030. And it's a river cruise down the St. Johns River and a comedy show featuring myself and James Young and Spunky Robinson.
Nice. Christopher, what you got going on this weekend?
I just picked up a DJ gig. I'm supposed to be DJing a boxing event, so I'll be in the corner playing the walkout music and some couple of tunes in between. So that'll be good.
Cool. And Miguel, so that show's on the 9th?
That is on the 9th, Sunday the 9th.
Okay. Sunday the
mine's
9th.
on
All
that
right. This Saturday, man, I'll be in Melbourne, Florida at Pineapples. So you can come to my social media and check that out. Pineapples this Saturday in Melbourne, Florida. Man, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see y'all tomorrow night. That is Miguel Colon Jr. I'm Ken Miller, and that is Chris Alexander, aka Teddy Vermont. Christopher, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Good night.